Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good week. For this week's for this week's video, this is based on the prompt by the poet Libby Jenner. It's based on a subject that I tend to know tend to know tend to know about. And the poem goes a little something like this: Poetry is found in the first light of day, with a crescent moon. Pitch black skies turn to shades of blue, awaiting the sun's cosmic rays. Poetry is found in birds soaring high in the sky, together in formation and separately, heading for destinations unknown. Poetry is found in rumbling subway trains, speeding cars, all going by in the blink of an eye, in concert with people shuffling on and off buses. Poetry is found in every skyscraper, rising from the ground up towards the heavens, meeting the same sky as daybreak, shadows moving with the clocks. Poetry is found as the workday goes on, picking up rhythms of clacking keyboards, voices speaking over phones, sounds of pages printed, documents scanned, and bundles shredded. Poetry is found in the evening, when the skyline shimmers late day, the walk home complete as the key turns the locks. Poetry is found in everything, every moment of the day, even if one doesn't realize it until the eyes close to sleep. So yes, this was based off the Libby's prompt. Poetry is found in, from her list of prompts for May, and it felt suited for me because seriously, anything like poetry can quite literally come out of anything if given enough space to think and imagination to use. Frankly, everything about the day in its own way is poetic. Even if most of the time, like we don't, even if most of the time we don't see, we don't see, we don't see, we don't see, we don't see it. But there's a certain, but whether it be the rhythms of the morning commute, the first rays of daylight, getting through the daily commute, arriving home in the evening and going to bed, like all of it has its own sense of poetry. At least for me, like as long as I have the notes app on my phone or my iPod open, there's a good chance that whatever I experience will become fodder for something that I write and eventually post. As I tend to be an observer of the world around me, even though 99% of the time I'll have my headphones on with the sound turned all the way up, trying to provide myself distraction from the commute or something to get my head in a proper space after a long day, and something to calm myself down before I go to sleep at night. But the mind is always in an observation state and always on the lookout for new ideas, new things to write about, new things to turn into poems, whether it be places, moments in time, the environment, paying homage to fellow poets' work. Like it's all there, ready and waiting to become another piece that gets shared with the world. That I'd like to think is a gift that I have. That for the fact that I'm always in a sense thinking that my poetry is never good enough in comparison to everybody else every other poet. This sense of observation does give me something distinct to work with, and sometimes the poems that come out in the end tend to resonate with a lot of people. Sometimes they don't, but in the end, it's all a method of catharsis and release. All the words that are said that I would otherwise struggle to say verbally come out in these verses. After all, poetry is found in absolutely everything that I come across every day. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's video. Hope all of you have a wonderful Friday and an amazing weekend. And I'll talk to you guys again next week. Good night, everybody.